want to stay like brunette, but I feel like I'm way too dark right now.
Yeah.
So I was like looking for something like subtle, kind of like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Maybe a little, like I could, if my hair can tolerate it, do a little bit lighter, but these were...
When you say lighter, do you mean the blonde pieces a lighter tone or just more pieces
More
added?
pieces.
Okay.
Like I would prefer more like mid to ends if I can. Obviously, I feel like I'm way too dark. I've been growing out my hair. This was the last time I was just like, well, that's way too bright for me. Or
On the top.
yeah, I just...
The ends, did it feel okay?
Yeah, I feel like mid to ends it was fine, but I just like, I hated this. Like, I wanted to be more like darker, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know if I wanted like an ombre, but like, I just felt
You
like...
want it blended, but like, I think, where's my phone close? This client. I think the way I blended her root actually would look great on you.
Yeah.
And grow out nicely.
Exactly.
But, yeah, making the ends a little bit lighter. We can
Yeah. I just felt like I was way too like...
Yeah, that
blonde
one.
hair, and I didn't love the tone.
Yeah, and then this one, you had a money piece. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
This one does too, but it's like shadowed down.
Yes. I want more of like subtle, and I definitely feel like way too dark, but I don't want to be super bright. Just like that subtly.
Okay, sounds good. And then do you just like the ashiness of these photos? Okay.
Yeah.
Was all past color done in a salon?
Yes.
Alright.
And it's been like a while. I got my hair trimmed for a wedding that I had to go to.
Okay.
And so they did like they did a gloss, and I don't know if they tone. The first picture that I sent to you, it feels like a little. So they did a gloss and maybe a toner, and that was like maybe like a month ago. Okay. So that's the recent, but everything else, like this is all virgin hair.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I do have a question for you. So when I got my trim, we did the like bangs, and I'm not loving it, but I'm like, whatever, I'll grow it out. But I also feel like it just wasn't, I think I get what she was trying to do in terms of like, if I wear it this way, it kind of like...
But it looks detached.
It looks so detached. And I think it's more like shaggy than I wanted. So if you think you are able to help me out with like just this front, like
blended in.
I'm not loving it. Yeah. Okay. So if you...
Because this is just air dried, right? Okay, let me cut it air dried so that it'll like lay and you can take a look at it. But I see what
you know what I'm talking about? Because I was like, what happened? And like, I think the idea is like I would wear it up all the time, and I don't. Like I do sometimes, and it's cute this way. But I'm just like, what's happening here? And so it's just like a really weird cut to me. Yeah. But I see what it's trying to do, but you are able.
Do you style your bang in the morning?
I try. Oh, sorry, I'm kidding myself. I'll try, and like I didn't put any product in because I knew it was coming here. But I do, and I will. But yeah, this I just didn't even try. But like I've been wearing.
Is the bang bugging you, or just this?
I think. Well, I'm trying to grow it now because I think it was like longer, and I liked it. And then when they were styling it, kept going shorter. So this is like probably a month grow out.
Yeah. If you're gonna grow it out and you don't want to style it, I would definitely just start treating it like a curtain bang.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like do that anymore.
Okay.
I would just start doing that. So, because that even right now with like no product, and me just like pinching, and doing that looks great.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to do.
Let me just like touch it up a little bit so it will like help encourage to push back so that you can start wearing it like a curtain.
That would be awesome.
And then connect these pieces down because this jumps so far from this next layer.
Yeah.
There is no connection there, so I will blend that.
Yeah, here as well.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Lauren.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this week I have a new client who wasn't a total fan of her last color nor the haircut. So we're going to be fixing it up, doing some adjustments. I want to say, so she said she had salon color done in the past, and I don't know if you guys can tell in her before clip here, the darker pieces in between those highlights are actually a little bit lighter. And you'll notice later as we go through the processing, like when I pull her foils, that there is some warmth that is exposed in those areas, so it kind of makes me feel like there must have been some permanent color in between her highlights that ultimately made her hair a little bit stubborn to getting to a clean level 9 today. So before we get into that, I'm going to just touch on my placement. I always start in the back around the nape, and since she's wanting the roots to stay not too light but still dimensional, she wants it to be very soft and lived in. So I'm gonna go in with my signature placement. I'm just gonna do one weave around the hairline, and then I'm gonna start my mohawk placement. And I apologize that this next few couple minutes of this clip is not totally focused. I totally forgot to put my camera in manual focus, but I'm doing my mohawk section, and as I'm going through doing the mohawk section, everything that's going to be below the occipital, which means like the crown area, is going to be like the interior. You don't really see this too much, so I want to break it up, but you don't really see the blend as much here. So I typically like to do slices and then just space them out a little bit further apart. I feel like that gives more impact with each foil that you do, so that you can do less foiling in this interior section of the head. But everything that's going to be on the top parts of her hair, I am going to do more of a weaving pattern, because again, she wants something that is going to grow out really soft, nothing too blonde. She still wants to feel more of like I would say like just lived in on the top and just grow out very seamless, nothing chunky at all. But in the front here, we're going to be doing a very soft money piece. I do a few weaves back to back, and since she is feeling overall too dark as well too, we are going to be doing tip out. So as I'm doing these sections too, I have my assistant just separate the hair so that I can pick through all of those dark pieces that are on those mids and ends. So I will be weaving and teasing and giving the effect to where the ends are a little bit lighter, and try to break through those permanent colors that are on her ends of her hair. So for her soft money piece, I feel like lately a lot of clients are gearing away from something that's too chunky, too solid. I feel like a lot of people prefer it to be a little bit lighter still, but if we are doing a little bit lighter, it's more of a blended and softer look. So I usually will just do like 3 baby lights, or maybe 3 different weaves. Like I now intertwine maybe a baby light with a medium sized weave in there, just to kind of give the effect where the front is a little bit lighter. And so I'm going to connect that side money, and I did some weaves off the hairline, and then I'm going to do a diagonal back slice after my 2 weaves back to back. With this diagonal slice, I am leaving some negative space in between those foils. What that's going to do is make the appearance of the front being lighter while still having dimension and not making that front piece too chunky. And then I'm going to go in, connect that front and back with a weave above the ear, and connect the front and back with just this side section. And by doing the side section in a horizontal pattern like this after that diagonal back off of her hairline, it really gives such a beautiful blend. Because if you think about it, when you take horizontal slices up the head, it gives a more blended, almost baby lighty effect. But if you were to take pieces that were vertical on the head, it just gives it a slight chunkier look if the hair is at natural fall. So if you can imagine those pieces taking more diagonal backs, is going to give the effect to where it's a little bit lighter, and then you get that more blendy look right behind it when you take those horizontal sections. So now I'm going in with her tip outs, and I'm intentionally trying to weave all of those darker pieces that are in between, because again, she's feeling too dark and overall like just warm. And so I'm just like weaving and teasing and using just 20 volume for this entire transformation, and over directing towards the front of her face, painting at a slant. And this is just going to give a lot of diffusion to my tip out so that you they look undetectable. Like you don't see where they start or finish. Everything looks very cohesive. So this is the clip I wanted to show. I know the lighting is terrible, but you could see in the mid-band area, it lifted, I would say, to like a level 7.5, maybe 8. So because of that, I did discuss her options as far as the toner. And when a client doesn't lift to a clean level 9, I typically will recommend, if they want something low maintenance and blends with their gray, to just choose the ashiest toner. And for me, the ashiest toner for this kind of blending would be the Danger Jones gloss toners in 5-1, and on the ends it's going to be 6-01 and 9-12.
Lauryn, yes. Oh, it's
Feels
so
good.
cute. I'm back.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yay! Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's exactly like. And you saved my things. You saved my layers. Oh, I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's so good. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
It looks really good on you. And the ends, I love that the ends are lighter.
Yeah, just because like since I've been growing it out, I just felt really dark.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so
There was
ready.
a lot of dark left behind for sure.
Yeah.
So I was like picking out.
But I'm also glad you're able to start with like virgin hair.
Yeah, soft up there.
Alrighty, so here is the finished look. I absolutely love. You can see it blends so well with her gray. And guys, we used a toner that actually is supposed to, if you lifted to a level 9 and 10, it would be pretty gray. But because her hair didn't lift as clean of a lighter tone, this is more of like a mushroom brown tone on her, but still ashy, because I did use my ashiest toner on her hair to help cancel out those orangey tones. And the reason why I usually recommend just doing the ashiest toner, because the toners fade out so fast, and the more ashy you go, I would say the fade is a lot prettier because it cancels out a lot of that warmth. Alrighty, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you next week.